Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil Pigment, and today I wanted to talk about gum arabic. Now, there are a bunch of different ways you can use this product, but I want to talk about it. And I'm not going to do a demo since I don't own any and I'm doing a no-buy. But I think if you have some that's sitting around and you don't know what to do with it, this video might help. If you're thinking about what you might want to buy in the future, and you're interested in maybe trying that, maybe in 2023, this video might help. I will link some videos where folks do some really cool demos, and show you what it can and does, and it's, yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'll link the things. So if you want to see live videos of that, there are some incredible artists breaking that all down for you. I'm just going to be talking about it. And basically what gum arabic is it's a natural gum made from the sap of two different species of acacia tree. And this gum is harvested 80% from the Sudan and throughout the Shell, Senegal to Somalia. So there are a lot of people in the Sudan whose primary income source is just gum arabic, and it is one of those things that is actually regulated by the Sudanese government. It was used as early as the 9th century, and it was brought into Europe through Arabic ports, which is how it sort of retained the name gum arabic. So when it came over, it came through there and they just kept the name as is. So this product can be found in so many other products, not just in a bottle like I am illustrating here, but it can be found in printmaking and glue, cosmetics, ceramics. It can be found in photography, pyrotechnics, fuel charcoal. There is a food grade version of it. You cannot use this sort of, I'm drawing the Winsor Newton brand one, but you cannot use this kind for consumption. But there is a food grade that has a bunch of different health benefits. If you're interested in researching that, I'll find an article to link for you. It also is used in pharmacology, so it can slow down the absorption of different medicines like amoxicillin and stuff in your gut. So gum arabic is used for so many things. And a typical dilution you want to use with this product is about 1 part gum to 2 parts water. So I know in a lot of demos, people just kind of go by their eyes and sort of guesstimate. But if you're one of those people that prefer exact measurements for starting out with a product, that is what you would want to do. And I'm just going to talk about all the different ways you can use this. So you can actually make your own watercolors with this product. You take, and the recipe for this would be 1 part gum to 4 parts pigment, powdered pigment, and then you would add water slowly till you reach the consistency you sort of prefer. And that would be the recipe for making watercolors. Now, gum arabic can also be used for making areas shiny. You can paint first, allow that to dry, and then apply the gum arabic on top. And that will make an area shiny. And why would you want to do that? Well, it can act, if thinned out, it can act kind of like a varnish. It also helps if you're trying to give that illusion of things that are wet, like water, raindrops, add a shimmer to, let's say, insect wings. That can be something that's achieved through using this product. Another thing you can do is you can slow down your paint drying time. So if you're having trouble with a certain technique, or you're new to watercolors and you're just not comfortable with the time, or if you live somewhere that is literally the exact opposite from me, and you have extreme heat and just a lot of trouble with creating certain effects, gum arabic will slow down your drying time and help you immensely. The other thing you can use is for glazing techniques. So you would thin out your paint, and you would paint on a layer, and then you would thin out your paint with some gum arabic, and you would add a layer on top. And that would kind of give you this sort of layering. So if you are painting something and you don't like the color, let's say it looks a little too warm or it looks a little too cool, you can mix something else as sort of color correction and add a thin layer that's sort of glazed on top. Now, the other thing you can do is you can apply it into your paint, and it makes your paint bloom and spread out larger. So if you really like that bloom technique and you kind of want to lean into that and create more things with that style, let's say that's part of your abstract style, or you're doing a reflection in the water and you really want it to spread, gum arabic can help you with that. You can apply it to dry paper first in certain areas and use it like a masking fluid that's not quite as harsh. So masking fluid can give you really clear uplifted lines, but if you kind of want softer borders with what you're doing, gum arabic would work. What you want to do is you want to make sure that the layer of gum arabic that you put on, let's say you're doing little hearts, is completely dry, and then you would paint over that and let both areas completely dry, and then you can go and you can lift off that gum arabic with like a cotton swab or a Q-tip or something, in case you don't have masking fluid but you have gum arabic and you're doing a no-buy. You can also use it for reshaping your paint brushes. So if you have some paint brushes that are super out of whack and they've been just smashed beyond shape, what you want to do is you really want to clean your brush really well. You can use a really gentle soap if you don't already have a sort of cleaner preserver already on hand. And then once it's really clean, you can work a little bit of watered down gum arabic into the bristles and reshape it with your fingers. So you can preserve your brushes that way. Another thing you can do is it's a natural glue. That's one of the great things about gum arabic, and you can use it as such. So let's say you have some dry pigments, but you want to add them on top. Let's say you're using something like Brusho, which is a loose pigment powder, or you're using mica or some eyeshadow. You're really experimenting with your watercolor. You can add a thin layer of this sort of watered down gum arabic, and you can sprinkle it on top, and it'll be a glue and adhesive for your products you're adding. You can add gum arabic to acrylic paint, and this mimics a fluid gloss acrylic medium. So it gives you that wet glossy effect, not just with watercolors, but with acrylic paint as well. And that can be really nice. Another thing you want to do, or you could try, is you can add it to ink. It adds more shine and it makes your ink more transparent. So if you have a really thick ink and you're trying to do calligraphy or lettering with it, and you're just not having a lot of luck with that, I would say try adding a little gum arabic to it. It also helps reduce feathering and bleeding with ink. So there are so many different things you can use gum arabic for. And I just think that it's a really cool product that doesn't get a lot of attention. And again, I apologize, I don't have any on hand to show you, but you know, a no-buy is kind of like that. So I'm just going to draw a bottle of the Winsor Newton here for you. And this is the liquid form. You can also buy it in powder if that's how you prefer. It keeps longer if you buy it in powder form, and then you can really control how you make watercolors with the pigments and things. So I hope this video helped. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.